Hi, I'm Nick Shell, and we're going to talk about hair loss and psychology because that's all we ever do. This is a comment on a video that I made this video yesterday, and it was called "No Magic Pill to Cure Hair Loss / Feeling Valued by Society." That was the video that I made, and our good Polish Hebrew friend with the green parrot as the avatar. Again, I can't pronounce the name because it's in Hebrew. He left yet another longer comment, but I really want to highlight something that I think is really worth camping out on for a minute. When he said this, quote, "I guess hair loss should be treated by psychologists, rabbis, pastors, priests, and exorcists first, because it is primarily a disease of the soul. Thank you again, Nick. You're such a good person." End quote. Thank you for saying I'm a good person. It's funny because, like, I got a comment yesterday from someone, I guess, who's new to the channel or just passing by, and they said, "Is all you ever talk about is hair loss?" And I'm thinking, yeah, that's exactly all we ever talk about. When I ever talk about something else, then people don't watch the videos. Even if they request it, they won't watch the videos. So yeah, that's all we talk about is hair loss and psychology. And I think this note, I like the way it's worded because it really brings focus on the fact that this is psychology. I've been saying that a lot in the introductions to my videos this last couple of weeks, how this is another video about hair loss and psychology. If all I did was make videos just about hair loss, or maybe like styling your hair in the morning, or whatever it is, or different links, I wouldn't be doing videos that much, because that's not all people are coming here for. I mean, there's plenty of other videos channels that'll talk about how to, have the best cut or the best style for your hair loss situation, and I'm letting those experts do that, especially those with more of those that like a background of being a barber or something like that. Which, that's not what I'm here for. I mean, it's all about psychology. That's really what we're talking about. It's a YouTube channel that looks like a hair loss channel, but it's disguised that way. It's just about psychology. And so it is interesting, though, what he's saying, though, that hair loss is a disease of the soul. I agree 100% on that. It's a disease of the soul. I think it is kind of like a disease, and it's interesting to see that people keep coming back, keep watching the videos. I keep gaining subscribers. Sure, I'm always going to lose subscribers on the way, but I'm constantly gaining subscribers every week. And there's a demand for this because it is kind of like a disease, and I think we have to treat it that way. When it comes to things like anxiety and depression, and I've talked about this before, but I understand that there are people who have to be on medication for their mental condition, whatever they're going through. But at the same time, I also believe that a lot of our anxiety and fear and panic attacks, or whatever it is that people go through, I think a lot of that is because they're not addressing the root of the issue. So we can medicate ourselves to keep things under control, but ultimately, yeah, there's definitely an importance in the psychiatry of it, really. And I think that's part of what I've got going for me as a YouTuber, is I'm serving as a free psychiatrist to help you treat your hair loss from the inside, in your brain, not on the outside where your hair is. I think that's the value that I hold. I'm your psychiatrist in a way. You're free, unprofessional, unlicensed psychiatrist is kind of what I do. And obviously I'm not a doctor, obviously, in case I need to say that. Obviously I'm not. But that's really why people keep coming back here. It's more than a pep talk. And it's a disease that is not a physical one. And I think that would be maybe the illusion. That, oh, this is a physical condition, I need to treat it physically. And sure, we can do things to slow it down or whatever, but really, until we're cured from the inside, we're not going to move on with our lives. I mean, honestly, as much as I want to continue to grow my channel, honestly, the best thing that could happen is that you move on from my channel, that you don't need me anymore to help you through this, that you become cured because you realize, okay, I'm over that stage of my life, I've accepted this. Nick's a good guy, but I'm moving on to something else now. I'm not saying please run away. I'm saying, ideally, this is that's really what I'm here for. I'm for people who are in that stage of life, who are coming to terms with the fact that they are going to have to reinvent themselves, see themselves a new way. And this is a disease. Hair loss is a disease of the soul. Don't be distracted by what's going on up here on top. Once you have come to terms with it on the inside, then you can move on. So yeah, disease of the soul, and he talks about psychiatrists, rabbis, pastors, priests, exorcists. You know, and in case you don't have access to one of those, you can get a daily dose of Nick Shell a couple times a day. Oh, there's the police. Maybe he's looking for me again. Remember all those sirens we hear? Definitely something's going on. Look at that. It was funny because on my break last week when I was making one of the videos over there in the park, a police pulled up and he was saying how this boy got separated from his family and what I helped look for him. So I did. So it's funny. Maybe I should ask him right now if he needs help.